Hello, hello everybody. Laurie here from Wreathing Creek. What is that? Oh, can I see? Cool. Hi everybody, say hi when you come in. I'm gonna try these ones. Hello, hello. Look at this, we just got in, just handed to me right now, Unique in the Creek. We have our own zip ties, our own zip tie brand, and our own cable mount brand. And our cable mounts do not have the adhesive. We don't have to peel it off anymore. Yay! Oh, the little things that make us happy. So, if you're just new to wreathing, they're normally cable mounts have an adhesive backing on them. It's like spongy. And we normally peel that off so we have contact with whatever we're using, because eventually this adhesive little pad gives way and lets go and your sign falls off and everything. So I have got the supplier to make Unique in the Creek cable mounts with no adhesive. No more peeling it off. Yay! And you get, these are 8x8 cable mounts, non-adhesive, and there's 100 of them in a pack. They just literally came in. We will be getting these listed. And same with our Unique in the Creek nylon cable ties. Yay! So exciting. You guys see that? I don't know if you can actually see, but it says Unique in the Creek. Yay! Anyways, okay, so I'm going to do a project today. It's in a few parts, but I don't think anybody has done anything like this. Hello, hello, everybody. So, I am streaming on Facebook and YouTube at the moment. So if I'm answering somebody and you're on Facebook watching or you're on YouTube watching and you don't see the question, it's probably because it's on the other platform. Okay, so the first thing for this project that I'm doing is I'm making a small daisy. I'm going to be making a small daisy on the small board, okay? And I am making this is a 4-inch half ball, 4 inches, and we got this gorgeous yellow bling rope in a few weeks ago. So I'm going to make, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my 4-inch bling rope half ball. So I'm burrowed down. I've done this many, many times. I just burrowed down the center with my glue gun, the end of my glue gun. Put some glue in there. Hello, hello, everybody. If you guys wouldn't mind floating my boat, I would be absolutely thrilled. That just means if you can just share it on your own page. And so now we're going to go and twirl it around the center. Now this yellow bling rope is not rhinestone. It's actually called palliette, and you'll see there is a price difference between the rhinestone bling rope and the palliette bling rope. The rhinestone bling rope is a lot more expensive. But this is one bag. And you guys were probably thinking, Lord, you've done daisies a million times. I thought you were showing something new. Well, you guys stay tuned because I am doing something new. Thank you for floating my boat, sending me over the falls, all that stuff. I really, really appreciate it. And if you have not followed the Unique in the Creek Facebook page, please do that because we are so close to 60,000 followers. 60,000 followers. I would love to get that soon. You picked up UITC boards from Hobby Lobby today. Awesome. So I have my half ball on just wax paper. And I'm just going around with my glue and gluing bling rope. This, like I said, this is a 4-inch half ball. I think we got over 25,000 on Unique Wreath Creators. Is that what? I think that's what we were talking about last night, Tina. Hello. Your Hobby Lobby in Austin was sold out. Well, that's good. I think once Hobby Lobby sees how popular they are, they will stock, hopefully, all the boards. I might zip over to my Hobby Lobby this weekend over in Niagara Falls, New York. Or I might go to where my brother lives in Orchard Park and see if the boards are there. Now I know the I know the Niagara Falls Hobby Lobby has them because somebody posted a picture of her at the Niagara Falls Hobby Lobby, Niagara Falls, New York. Hello. So I literally just quickly making a daisy on the small board. This is the center for the daisy. This is a 4-inch half ball. If you guys were looking for the 3-inch, because we did sell out after I did that multiple ribbon flower, we just got more 3-inch in today, so they will be listed. But this is a 4-inch, and you only need one package of the rope to do a 4-inch. All right, so we're done. So I'm going to cut that. You never throw this out. You never know when you're going to need it. I'm just going to glue and push this down. Yeah, I know. The palette colors are really pretty. We got some new colors in. Orange, the oranges, they're all really nice. Okay, now I'm going to take my cable mount and a pipe cleaner. And the cable mounts are used, I use them for the centers of my flowers and stuff, but they're also good for for signs and stuff like that too. So I'm going to put a dollop of glue right in the center here and put my cable mount down into the glue. And I'm literally going to push that so it kind of melts into the styrofoam. Hello everybody. All right, and we'll put that to the side. And we have our center for a small daisy that we're doing. And getting glue on my thing anyways. Okay, so I am using the small board. I am making a small 1-layer daisy chain daisy. And this is the small board. I'm only using row 4 in the on the small board, and I'm using all the regular holes, including the shared holes. You tried with a stapler and was like, well, I'll show you again. I'm using a stapler again today. So you're going to preload row 4. This is just going to be a small daisy. I'm using white horizontal wide stripe mesh, 10-inch roll or 10.5 inch. You can use whatever white you have. Sorry, glue on my mat drives me crazy. I gotta get a new mat. Hello, hello. So, in the shared holes for this daisy, so you can see that one of the zip ties is a little bit longer than the others. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 regular size holes. Those are our normal holes. For the shared holes, they're a little bit longer. And in the shared holes, I'm putting 2 petals. 2 petals. And how to make the petals, you're going to cut, so you're going to need, let me see how many you're going to need. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 pieces. 19 pieces of this white mesh. Okay? All right. You're going to take your square. I cut these at 10 by 10. Turn it into a diamond shape. You're going to take the top corner. You're going to bring it down to the bottom corner. All right, there's your triangle. You're going to take your bottom corner of that triangle and bring it up just below this top line here. And then this, we're going to bring it up to just below the top here. All right, now this will be the inner part of my petal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and I'm making sure that these 2 tails at the end here are the same length. All right, and it's flat. This is the inner part of my petal. Once it's flat, I'm just stapling it. That's all I'm doing. 1 staple. You can put clips, you can use elastic bands, whatever works for you. I just figured out the staple thing and it works great. So there's the flat part. Now I'm going to do the outer part of my petal. So again, put it into a diamond shape with your curl up, top corner to the bottom corner. And it doesn't have to line up perfectly. Nobody can be able to tell. Bringing the bottom corner up. All right, and then the bottom seam here, I'm bringing that up. And where I'm going to staple, this is going to be the outside. I'm just going to staple right at the end here and the end over here. Right at the bottom where it opens up here. This is the bottom of our petal. Where it's rounded like this is the top of the petal. Okay, so now I'm going to take my flat piece, which is the inner part of the petal. I'm going to put it on the middle, bring the sides up. Oops. Now you can glue here to the mesh so you don't have this gap at the end of your petal. I kind of like the gap. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to read comments and not even focused. So you're going to wrap that one around the outer, so we call it like the outer shell, and pinch it. at the bottom. So there's what you have. I'm going to stretch it to make sure it's in there. Okay, and there's your petal. And I ran out of the little rubber bands, so I'm just going to use a little 4-inch. You can also just use a clip to make your petals. Okay, I just put a little zip tie at the bottom. So I need 1, 2. So like I said, I'm putting 2 petals into there. And then this one. So I have 1 more petal I have to make. So let's do that again. Diamond shape. Bring the top corner down to the bottom corner. This is the inner part of the petal. Bring this corner up. Bring this bottom edge up. No, I'm not going to be selling 4-inch. I just happen to have a whole bunch. You can buy 4-inch zip ties at any of the craft stores. You can buy them on Amazon. You don't need anything heavy duty. I don't even know where I got these. They're tiny. I don't use them for anything but closing the bottom of a petal. So there's my flat piece. So whoever was wondering about these staples, it's pretty basic. So you want a flat piece and then the outer shell. And you don't have to staple. It's just easier. You can actually fold it like that, put your clips on, or just make your petal without stapling anything. There we go. See, I didn't staple anything. I just put my inner in around. Okay. If you don't want to zip tie the bottom of your petal, you can clip it, or you can actually put it right in. No, these you do not have to wood burn because you don't see any of the sides. Now I'm making small daisy. I'm going to just put a few little leaves. So I put on row, this is the small board again, on row 2, before I put my daisy petals on, I'm going down one hole, up the other, do it up. And then I have my green leaves, which is just a diamond shape. I bring the top corner and bottom corner in and scrunch it in the middle. Yes, they're 10 by 10 squares. This green I did wood burn because this is a poly burlap, this green. I actually have green leaves pre-wood burned in a big box. So whenever I need leaves, I have leaves already done. So, because I make a lot of flowers. So, I just put a couple on row 2. So I put 2 here and 2 directly here. And now I'm going to put my petals in. So when you put your petal in, you want the open part is the bottom of your petal. And we're cutting a little bit of the excess of this mesh off, so there's not so much bulk in the center. So I'm going to put 1, we're putting 2 into 1 zip tie. So there's 1, and then the second one. And what you want to do is make sure all the petals that you just put in are the same length of the rest of the petals. Okay, so there's 2. Once I have those 2 in, you're going to zip tie the zip tie that you have on the board. Zip tie it around. So there's 2. This one is just getting 1. So again, you want that rounded part up facing top and the double open-sided at the bottom. This is actually not the project. This is the main focal thing of our project. We don't want that big nub. I'm actually going to cut that. It's sticking up too far. There we go. That's better. It'll sit a little more flush. All right, and then we're going to do 2 here because it's our longer, wider zip tie. There we go. We got a small little daisy. Isn't that cute? Okay, we'll put the center in. Now we can glue. What you can do is you can take glue and put glue in between the petals. And this really helps in case you see any part of the board. If you glue the petals together, you won't see the board. A little bit longer, that's okay. Well, if you love this, just wait. I've gone rogue again, my friends. I've gone rogue. So this little daisy, if you're using 10-inch mesh, I only used half a roll of this to make my daisy. So I used half a roll of white. Alrighty. Now we'll put the center on. Okay, so I'm going to take the 2 ends of my pipe cleaners and I'm going to go down the center hole. So if you flip it over, you see there's 2 holes right in the center. That is where I'm going. 1 hole, the other hole. All right, give it a twist. Cut that off and put this back down. Now I'm not going to put a hanger on. Normally you would put a hanger up here, but we're doing something totally different with this cute little daisy. Okay, I'm going to take all these off. Glued at the top here. I'm going to put some glue in between some of these just so you don't see the board. So if you make your daisy and you do see some of the board, this is just a really easy way to so you won't see the board. Just put a little bit of glue and clip them. Okay. Clip it where the glue is, Laurie. There we go. Okay, my friends, this is very cute daisy. We are going to add this really cute daisy. Clean it up. So I'm just going to put my cute little daisy over here. We're not going to use it yet because now we're going to use an oval, a Unique in the Creek oval board. You guys are going to be floored with this. Okay. So now I've taken a Unique in the Creek oval board. Okay, we're going to, at the top you'll see our Unique in the Creek logo, and you'll see the 1 and the 2. That is the top of your oval board. What we're going to do is we're going to decorate this oval really pretty. We got some gorgeous ribbons going on. Ready? We got this daisy ribbon. We have some black and white striped ribbon. We're going to do this pretty monochromatic. And then I have a little bit of black and white Swiss dot. So this is 2.5, 2.5, 1.5. We're going to decorate this up. And then once we're done, we are going to attach our daisy to our, actually I don't know if I like these green leaves. I might take them off. We're going to attach our daisy to the oval, and check out this. We're going to add this gorgeous bow that my friend Jackie Blewett made me. And I just happen to have ribbon that almost matches it. So the bow is ginormous. Now I don't normally use these big bows, but she made it for me, so I said I would use it. It is very, very well constructed. So the back of the bow is striped. This is boned. Jackie's Wreaths and Things. That's where it comes from. So the top of the bow is the daisy. The back of the bow is striped. And we're going to use this ribbon, and this ribbon for tails. And our little daisy that we made on the small board is going to be our focal point with our bow. I am going to take the green leaves off. I don't like the green leaves. So where's my cutters? So I'm just going to flip this over, and so easy, pull them out. There we go, easy peasy. I'll use them on another design. Pretty fabulous, huh? It's gonna look cool. Okay. So because I am having my daisy, already it looks better. So because I'm going to be having my daisy more near the top than the bottom is going to have the big bow. On the oval, I am using row 1 to 1.5 right in the center. This is the top. There's the hanging holes. I am skipping 2 rows and putting a zip tie. And then on the other side, I'm skipping 2 rows, putting a zip tie. And then I'm skipping 2 rows again, putting a zip tie. Skipping 2 rows again, putting a zip tie. That takes us down to almost the bottom. And then at the bottom, I just skipped 1 row. And the reason I did that is because you'll see more ribbon tails and more mesh at the bottom of our oval than you will at the top. So total, you need 8 pieces. We're going to do 8 pieces of 20-inch mesh. So I am using this black and white border stripe mesh. I've already cut all my mesh. So you have more than a roll, or more than half a roll. So this big wreath is only taking less than half a roll. So that is pretty fabulous. So we have 8 pieces. So I already put some on there. So I'm going to put my mesh on first. And I'm just using a kerfuffle. Okay. So this is a 20-inch piece. Curl up. I'm bringing the bottom to about the middle. Okay, and then I'm bringing the top just over the bottom. And I'm going to pinch it right up the middle. So you make this kind of bow. I'm flipping it down so I don't see the cut edge. And I'm putting it right where I pinched it in the middle, right on top of my zip tie. And do it up. So you need 8 of them. Now I do know Jackie has all kinds of different designs, so it depends what fabric she has. And this is the center one. All right, so you get all your mesh onto your board. We're going to go around and snip this off, the tail. All right. And then we're going to go over top of that zip tie. Now, if you have pipe cleaners, you can do this with pipe cleaners or PVC stems. I just like zip ties. So I'm going over top of the existing zip tie that the mesh is in. And we're going to add some ribbon tails. So in total, we're only using 16 zip ties. So that is not a lot. One more. Alrighty, so we have 8. We're going to need 8 pieces of ribbon. Okay. So I'm using 8 of this one. I'm using 8 stripe. So it kind of matches my bow. And I'm also using 8 pieces of this 1.5, because if you notice, there's little black and white dots on my big bow. So we're going to make some packets. I have a couple already done here. So I need 1, 2, 3. I need 4 daisy. Here's my measure buddy. Here we go. Laurie loses everything. Oh, right here. So we're going to purl rope number 1 all the way to 14. I need 4 pieces of the daisy. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I got the big bow from Jackie's Wreaths and Things. The sparkle, we always have sparkle. with that center. So 8 pieces of each of our ribbon. And I'm going to dovetail it. So I'm keeping this wreath obviously very monochromatic because I want my daisy that I made on the Unique Creek small board to literally pop. Not pop, like literally pop, but you know. It will be 3D, that is for sure. Okay, you got these, we'll fold it in half. Oops. So we got our striped and our daisy. So I like to make my ribbon packets. That way everything's ready to go. All right, and then we need, how many dots? 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 1.5 inch Swiss dot at 14 inches as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Dee, you're always late. Why are you always late, Dee? Alrighty. You sorry? How is everybody doing today? It's actually not raining finally. It has been raining for so long here. All right, we are done with that. Let's put our Swiss dot inside our packet. Here we go. I don't know why I have extra here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, because I need one more. I needed 5 of these. It's hot. Really, Judes? Yeah, it's been cold and rainy here, but it's finally starting to clear up. All right, so I have 8, well 7, I already have one on there, 7 of my packets. Here we go. A little bit of Esca lemon water. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to step my ribbons, all 3 of them. Okay, I want these striped on the back. And I'm doing all my tails the exact same way. And then I'm going to take my 2.5 inch daisy. The bottom of the daisy ribbon is going to go along the center of the stripe, just like that. And I'm lining up the creases of the center here. And then my Swiss dot is going at the top, and the bottom of it is running along the middle of the daisy ribbon. Okay, and now I'm going to pinch all 3 of these right up the middle and flip it upwards. Okay, so when I do it like this, all my ribbon tails will be the same all the way around my wreath. Then I'm going to take my ribbon tails, I'm just going to put it right on my mesh and come around with the zip tie. Now, if you're experienced, you can do your mesh and your ribbons at the same time with one zip tie. But since we do get a lot of beginners, I usually do it the basic way. Alrighty, there's one. Doing the exact same way. Striped, daisy, Swiss dot. Okay, all 3. Pinch it up the middle. Flip it upwards. I'm going to put the middle of that right on top of our zip tie and zip around. Now I have the ribbons all going towards the outside of the wreath, because don't forget we're going to put a big daisy and a big bow. So we don't need a lot of mesh and ribbons on this, okay? It's just more for filling in spots in the decoration. And you'll see what I mean when we get there. You got your boards from Hobby Lobby, awesome. So when you do step your ribbons like this, I've never seen anybody else do it. I do it all the time, but it's a no-brainer if you're trying to keep your ribbons going in the same pattern. Ooh. Isn't that pretty? And we only use 8. So I do have the numbers for these ribbons, but I cannot guarantee Jackie's going to have the big bow. However, if you like where we're going to do that 3D daisy thing, if you don't want to use a big bow like I'm using, you can just use and make a ribbon bow with your ribbons. So you don't have to use black and white, because your daisy will match pretty much any daisy ribbon color. And we have a ton in stock. We have daisies with bees on it, daisies with butterflies on them. Yes, daisies are Laurie's favorite. Oh, she's sold out of the large bow? Okay. But you can use, you know, you can do, like I said, you can do just a ribbon bow if you want. I figured if I was using a ginormous bow, I was going to make a ginormous flower to go on my just something different. Judy Crafted. Looks interesting. It will be interesting. Now, Jackie did teach us on one of her lives with Make It With Jackie, Make It Like Jackie. She did teach us, guys, how to make the big bows that she makes. So if you go check YouTube, go under Make It Like Jackie, and you will see how she made these bows with chicken wire. So she showed us. I'm just lazy. She sent me one because I knew I'd never make one. I don't have time. Okay, last set of tails. I know, I love monochromatic wreaths too, Judy. So I make sure my ribbons are like the same size on both before I do my zip tie up tight. All right. I do realize you can see some of the board, but that's okay. We don't want to waste mesh when we're going to be putting this daisy on. So like I said, I only used less than half a roll of the mesh. So the top is right here. We are going to get our daisy. And I'm going to put it, see, when I put it down, you don't see hardly any of the mesh anyways, right? At the top. And that's why I spread it out farther at the top. Than the bottom. So I'm going to take a couple pipe cleaners. Where is my box of pipe cleaners? Here they are. Yes, Leila, there is black horizontal wide stripe on the website right now. We have pretty much all the colors in stock right now. So I'm going to take give it a twist on one side, twist on the other. And I'll put one on the top too, just in case. And we're just going to go down with our pipe cleaner and attach it to the board. So I'll do the top one first. I'll flip it over so you guys can see where I actually attached it. And we want to make sure it's even on both sides. I'm just loosely tying or twisting it on the back until we get all the pipe cleaners on. Isn't it cool? It's a big old 3D daisy on your wreath. Cheaper than any wreath attachment, that's for sure. Cheaper to make, I mean. There we go. All right. So I got all the pipe cleaners on. Pull that one. See, now you don't see the board, and we didn't waste all kinds of mesh and ribbon. You can see all our ribbon tails. Right? Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Hold on, got distracted. Okay, so here's the top pipe cleaner right down the center of my daisy. All right, and then the two sides. That's all you need to attach. And I'm pulling it pretty tight because it's not a poofy wreath, meaning like there's not a lot of mesh underneath where the flower is, so it can sit nice and flush. And then I'm cutting off pipe cleaners and putting them back down. Isn't that cool? So again, just to recap, we did the center. This is where I put my zip ties and my mesh and ribbons. The very center, hole 1 to 1.5. I skipped 2 rows, went to this row, skipped 2 rows, and went to this row. Now is towards the bottom, because now the bottom you'll see more because the daisy is not covering it. So I went from here, I just skipped 1 row, 1 row, 1 row, 1 row, and then I did the exact same on the other side. So there's only 8 pieces. While it's flipped over, I am going to put a zip tie down, back up, and do it up, and that's our hanger. Oh my God, it's so cute! Isn't it cute? All right, and then the bow, I am just gonna put like right there. Bet you never seen a wreath look like this before. Okay, so I'm gonna move these down. Make sure all my tails are facing towards the out, because my bow will take up most of the bottom here. And like I said, if you don't have a big bow, you can just make a ribbon bow. And you don't have to use black and white. You can use whatever color you want, because as long as there's pretty much daisies on your ribbon, any color daisy ribbon will match. And you can do it monochromatic. So if you like the pink daisy ribbon, get pink ribbons or whatever to match to keep it monochromatic. All right, so I have a pipe cleaner on the back of my bow. I'm just going to put it right straight down the center here. Right down the center, like that. All our tails are not stuck under here. And we got one very different, and believe it or not, this will probably still fit between 2 doors. This is wired, the bow, but you can flatten it still too, and it'll still look just as good. And it would still fit between 2 doors. And how about that? Right, friends? That is not even a half a roll of mesh. half a roll of each of these ribbons and a cute daisy. I love it. It turned out better than I thought. Isn't that cute? I loved it. I love it. I love it. It's better than it looked like in my head. Somebody said this morning they want to be in my head. I think it was Judy Baker. It's like, no, you don't want to be in my head. My head never shuts off. And there we go, my friends. It's actually very light. It's not heavy at all. And it's only 28 inches. It's 28 inches long from tail to tail. And it is 21 inches, and that's the tip of the tails. 21 inches wide. It's really, yeah, I'm glad I got rid of the leaves too. Keep it all black and white. And see how the yellow, the daisy just pops. And there you go, my friends. Something else to play with. Something else to do and make, because this will stop people in their tracks, I promise. There's the back. Oh, let's clean up the back. And what are you going to do if you're selling this? Which I am selling it, so I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to keep it. I want to keep all of them, but I only have one front door. And I kind of like red on it. Okay, so there's the back. So these pipe cleaners are the daisy, top, and then the two sides. Yeah, that'll be the next best. You know, I'll never get credit for it either, so. But I'm not bitter. Copy away. And then the bottom, right in the center, is where, right there, is where I put my big bow. I love it. It is super different. Yes, I do sign all my wreaths. So if you do like a wreath and you don't feel like making it, hence this one, I do sign them and sell them. So, all right, that is it. And Jackie wasn't even on to watch me do my big, huge bow wreath. Hi, Connie. Hope you're feeling better. Any questions? I am looking at stuff right now. Any questions, my friends? It is awesome. It really is. It's pretty cool. Wait till I take a picture. It always looks better in pictures, right? Another version. Yeah. People rip off my ideas all the time and then think they're absolutely genius because they came up with something new. No, you didn't. Okay, friends, that's all I have. VIPs, we will see you guys for, oh my God, I did that in under an hour. Ooh. VIPs, I will see you for Wreath Critique tonight. And guys, have an amazing day. I can't wait to go take a picture of this. Talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.